Founded in 1972 by British folks Peter Lord and David Sproxton, Aardman animations are a company best known for their style of animation of claymation, a technique of making characters out of clay, as well as their iconic characters and features like Chicken Run, Shaun the Sheep, Morph, and especially Wallace and Gromit. Created by four-time Academy Award winner Nick Park, these two chats began as pencil sketches. Nick thought up of many ideas for a children's book, one of which was about a man and his dog who go to the moon on holiday. Nick decided to make a short film about the two chaps and began in 1982. While practicing the movement of the characters with plasticine while he was at film school, Gromit was originally a cat but was changed into a loyal dog. Discrimination towards cats much? And his name because Nick just liked the sound of it. While Wallace's name was during a bus trip when Nick met an old lady calling his dog Wallace. For Wallace's voice, Nick offered £50 to the late great Peter Sallis, which he immediately accepted. And so on Christmas Eve of 1990, on the BBC British Broadcast Channel, or Channel 4, Wallace and Gromit's debut was released called A Grand Day Out, which sees Wallace and Gromit going on holiday to the moon for cheese, since they ran out of cheese, while Robot wants to join them to Earth so it can go on a ski holiday. The short was released to universal acclaim upon release, and it was nominated for an Oscar. Sadly, it would lose to Creature Comforts, another Nick Park Aardman creation. Well, on the bright side, Nick still got an Oscar. But even if they didn't win an Oscar, they were still ready to go on another adventure in The Wrong Trousers in 1993, which sees Wallace bringing in a roommate in order to pay their rent. Little do they know is that this little penguin is actually a criminal mastermind by sabotaging Wallace's invention, the Techno Trousers, in order to steal a diamond. The short is known to feature a polished redesign for the lads, giving Wallace a bigger mouth and smoother movements. It also features a more complex and intense plot than in the first, with more action scenes like the iconic chase scene at the end. The short was released to widespread critical acclaim upon release and won Wallace and Gromit's first ever Oscar. 2 years later, in 1995, a third Wallace and Gromit short was released called A Close Shave, which sees Wallace and Gromit opening a window clean service. Wallace ends up falling in love with a girl named Wendling, but also has to save Gromit, who was falsely accused of being a sheep napper. If there's one word to describe this short is both as it is and in the production, it's more. More story, more characters, more action, more everything. The short was also the first to include another speaking role outside of Wallace, which is Wendling, voiced by Andrew Reed, and the debut of Shaun the Sheep, to which we'll talk about later, as well as the first to include digital effects during the plane chase sequence. The short, like last time, got critical acclaim and won another Oscar. Since then, Wallace and Gromit became a global phenomenon, with the shorts being translated into over 20 languages, including the US. In fact, they were so popular that he ended up saving Wallace's favorite cheese, Wensleydale. In 2002, Aardman made Cracking Contraptions, a series of 2 to 3 minute shorts which sees many of Wallace's inventions. In 2003, Wallace and Gromit got their first video game called Project Zoo, which was released on PS2, Xbox, and GameCube, seeing our duo trying to save a baby polar bear from the return of feathers from the Wrong Trousers. And in 2005, Aardman and the Shrek makers of DreamWorks at DreamWorks worked together to make Wallace and Gromit's first and quite possibly only feature film, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, which sees Wallace and Gromit in their latest venture as pest control agents. They come to the rescue of their own town plagued by rabbits before the annual giant vegetable competition. However, the duo soon find themselves against a giant rabbit consuming the town's crops. Since it is a feature film, it features a way more than what the 30-minute shorts can handle, like more speaking characters, more pause look for both Wallace and Gromit, as well as celebrity voices such as Ralph Fiennes as the rude and Hunter Victor, and Helen Bonham Carter as the kind-hearted Lady Tottenton. Like the shorts, the film got major praise from Marathon and even won an Oscar, but only got $192.6 million, which to DreamWorks was a big disappointment, since Aardman and DreamWorks had a deal starting with Chicken Run, Aardman's first film. After the release of Flushed Away, Aardman's first CGI film, the two decided to split ways. In 2007, Shaun from A Close Shave got his own series called Shaun the Sheep, which sees Shaun pulling silly pranks with his flock. The series ended up such a huge hit and got a spin-off in 2010 called Timmy Time, as well as two movies in both 2015 and 2020, which both actually got Oscar nominations. In 2008, Aardman returned to the world of Wallace and Gromit called A Matter of Loaf and Death, which sees the two opening a bake selling business as well as Wallace. And as always, Wallace ends up falling in love, but unknown to him is that his love is actually a serial killer. This is known to be the darkest in the Wallace and Gromit trilogy by featuring a body count, as well as animal abuse. This short is the fastest production in any Wallace and Gromit short, starting in January 2008 to December 2008. The short ended up getting huge praise from critics and won a BAFTA award and was nominated for an Oscar. A year later, Aardman and Telltale Games made Wallace and Gromit's Grand Adventures, which got 4 episodes, which is the first time that Ben Whitman voiced Wallace. And in 2010, Wallace and Gromit got a 6-episode miniseries called World of Invention. The program focuses on inventions based around various themes and consists of live action films interlaced with animated claymation segments hosted by characters Wallace and Gromit, featuring a side plot connected to the episode's theme. While Salas reprised his role as Wallace, the live action film segments were either narrated by Janice or presented by Stansfield, with Sparkles providing the voice of Wallace and Gromit's unseen archivist Gornway, a unique character for the program. This will end up being the final time for Peter Sallis to ever voice Wallace, as well as Peter Sallis' last major role, before his retirement in 2010, the same year, and sadly in 2017 he passed away, the poor chap. With the recent passing of Sallis, fans were worried about the future of Wallace and Gromit and thought that without Sallis, the franchise is done for. Luckily, that was not the case, as the two also appeared in commercials, concerts, and apps as well, with Ben Whitman taking over for Wallace. Also in 2014, Aardman and Netflix will release another Wallace and Gromit short, the first short in a long time for the duo. In conclusion, Wallace and Gromit have not only become recognizable characters in animation, but also true icons in UK entertainment with their next new Netflix short in 2014. It's nice to see that Wallace and Gromit are still up and running. I'm Jeremiah Phillips. Remember to hit the notification bell, like and subscribe. So what now? Oh boy.